move forward has just come to a slight
Garcia. Here's
pause.
Garcia.
Yeah,
Antonio Garcia. Car. He's, well, as they're all battling their way through some traffic, he's pretty much onto the trail.
Right ahead of him,
yeah, that's been a tremendous charge by Garcia.
Yeah, setting the fastest lap
he's
of the
driving
race.
well, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's in the absolute form of his life, Jeremy. He looked so relaxed when I saw him before the race. I had to make a quick run across the paddock here, and he was still in his street clothes 10 minutes before we started the Michelin countdown to green. Should mention Michelin post-race tech coming up for our listeners on IMSA Radio. When the checkered flag falls, it's the end of the race, but only the start of the conversation. Let's have your questions and observations, please. It's at IMSA Radio, and the hashtag is LRPPRT this weekend. And LRPPRT will get you through to Michelin post-race tech, and your nominations, please, for the spirit of the race. In your opinion, the individual or group thereof who have best exhibited the true spirit of endurance and sports car racing. And Shea, Adam, you have?
Park Place Racing, they had a rough start to the weekend. They had that issue in the beginning of the second practice session, meaning that Jörg did not get any seat time during that at all. They fought back through adversity at the beginning of the race. They had that tire rub on the right front, and now they are leading with 10 minutes to go.
And that will be hashtag LRPSOTR for spirit of the race, LRP for Lamrock Park, obviously. And again, to at IMSA Radio, please. Jeremy and Shea will be joining me for that as we go back through the weekend's action. If you've got matters arising from any of the other things that we've been talking about this weekend, then by all means throw that in as well. It's Michelin post-race tech coming up straight after our live coverage from trackside and the race itself. We'll talk to the winners and then hand the PA off to the formalities here. But the coverage continues for a wee while over on IMSA Radio, our streaming service. Now, Shea, Adam, just a thought. The Porsche GTLM or the Chip Ganassi guys dismantling their fuel rigs yet?
No, they're not. And all of their mechanics are still fully clothed in the sense that they have the helmets on, the goggles on. Everybody's ready in case they need to make that last splash.
By the radar, it should be raining now. Somehow we have missed the splashes. It's well over to Springfield and just north of Hartford, but it's gone past us north of here. We've been really lucky today. Under 10 minutes to go. Antonio Garcia is on Martin Tomczyk through the right-hander onto No Name Straight with 8.5 minutes to go. This is the battle for fourth position, Jeremy. And this has been a great drive again by Antonio Garcia. What a season he's having. In the form of his life.
Yeah, Jan Magnus is doing an excellent job as well, isn't he?
In the form of his life.
Yeah.
I think Jan's not driven any better than I've seen him in the last 18 months, and he's come alive.
Yeah, I mean, 44 years old now is Jan Magnus, and 37 is Garcia. And, you know, particularly for sports car racing, experience does count for everything. And you only, I think, really get to your best when around about the age of between 35 and 40, and you can certainly extend that quite easily. Just look at Scott Pruitt.
Well, exactly. Exactly. And Martin Tomczyk could do his teammates a bit of a favour here, because the car behind him is leading the Drivers' Championship, and his teammates, Alex Sims and Bill Oberlin, are off it. Oh, I don't believe it. 7.5 minutes to go, and the Aston Martin has ground to a halt. The bad news for them is good news for Lawson Aschenbach and for Alessandro Balzan, if they're making up positions. The 007 Aston from the Racers Group has come to a halt on the inside at West Bend. There is a cut through there. He's off the racing line. And with 7 minutes to go, I think that's a dead engine for that car. Jeremy was just saying how great the V12 sounds. I agree with him. But at the moment, it's making no noise at all inside the track.
There's another Spirit of the Race
good
nominee, I would say. I mean, great comeback. They've been out of this championship for most of the season. Done a few races with the Porsche. That car no longer at TRG, and they come back with the Aston and giving a great run for their money.
Well, I'll add Pat Long to that, coming back in the championship after a little while. I thought Dion von Moltke did a great job jumping into a car he'd never even sat in before he took it to the grid. And there's been some good drives out there.
All of a sudden now, Jörg Bergmeister is stretching it out in GTD. He's got what's got to be 2 or 3 seconds, hasn't it? 2.3 as they came across the line last time around. That in GTD terms is a lifetime.
Yeah, and Jörg Bergmeister will not want to see a yellow set as third position car. Shea Adam is coming into the pit lane. Ryan Briscoe's just called the team on the radio. And have we got movement down there?
The crew is on the wall and the pit board is out, and ooh, they have a broomstick handle to hit their fueler with. So we'll have to see if this technique works. We have seen the leash used before. We've seen the broomstick handle used, but it's more effective when it is directly on the helmet as opposed to just sort of gently on the back. This is the first time this year for GTLM that the fuel stick will be used as the headlights. Yep, Ryan comes off. He goes to driver's right. He enters the pit lane. It will be a very, very short fuel for this number 67, but this gives up the 4th position and the 5th position as the BMW and the Corvette go by. Fuel hose has a little bit of issue going in. Engine is revving. The man is hit with the stick, and he manages to do it perfectly timed.
Well, that was 3rd position when he came in. He will come out in 5th position, and that means Antonio Garcia now is racing for 3rd place points.
Yeah, let's not forget that is the championship leading car, of course, number 3 Corvette. They came into this weekend with a 3-point advantage over Bill Oberlin and Alexander Sims, and right now they are 2 positions ahead of them on the racetrack.
Yeah, stretching their championship lead at the moment. Could that be even better? That's what I was saying about Martin Tomczyk trying to do his teammates a bit of a favour. The championship lead will be stretched, but he can hold them back a wee bit. He can take points away from Magnussen and Garcia. That is the real battle there. There's only 3 points between those two as they came in this weekend. Balzan and Nielsen, well, they had an 8-point lead over Keating and Bleekemolen, and at the moment that is going to go out as well.
And we saw Antonio Garcia set the fastest lap of the race, of course, back on lap 134, about 40 laps ago, and he's still charging hard. He wants past that other BMW. Of course, Sir Martin Tomczyk won't want to give it up, particularly with their teammates being in the championship battle. Yes, I was just going to point that out, John.
1st and 2nd down to under 7 seconds now, and Patrick Long right on the tailpipes of the Lamborghini for 2nd place in GTD. It's been a great run by Madison Snow and Brian Sellers. I was hate to see that disappear. They thoroughly deserve this 2nd place, but you've got to sort of think that the symmetry of Porsche on the top 2 steps of both podia there would be a bit special, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so 67 car came out after making its pit stop just ahead of the race leader, so it's still on the lead lap.
Well, Garcia still pushing very hard indeed, and this is going to go down to the last corner of the last lap. What Antonio Garcia won't do is put himself in danger. He's leading the championship, and surely Martin Tomczyk, Jeremy, will know that there'll be no liberties taken. Balzan.
No, but certainly from the 25 car's perspective,
correct,
they will want the 24 car to stay ahead, correct, of the number 3. Yes.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Balzan has been caught and passed by Andy Lally, so that's 6th position now. So 5th position has gone, and it's 6th position for the championship leaders. But no need to get in a fight from Balzan. I think that's quite sensible. They will have their championship lead intact at the end of this race in 2 minutes' time if they can get to the checkered flag where they are. This has been a good drive by Andy Lally after a not auspicious start by him at the start of his stint, and Catherine with a couple of dings on the car. But to get that car back into 5th position just shows the pace of that car as well. Bergmeister, Sellers, Patrick Long still together. Balzon's not out of it there though. He's been sitting behind the 16 Sharon Mull Lamborghini for a while and he couldn't get past it. Will Andy Lally open the door and allow them both through? This is a lapped car, and behind him is Ollie Gavin trying to have a little look as side by side for a moment coming down No Name Straight. Garcia did have a look. He's putting pressure now on Tomczyk. This is a position on the podium at stake. The first non-Porsche here at the Northeast Grand Prix. Will it be the front end BMW, the front engine BMW, or the front engined Corvette? Across the start finish line to start their 180th lap. Patrick Pilet will see the white flag next time around, and it's now as he goes past us with one of the 4 GTs ahead of him. It is the last lap into Big Bend then for Patrick Pilet. Claimed pole position, the first pole position for the RSR, meantime half a lap ahead of them. And here we go, up the hill for the 24 and the 3. The 911 got the first pole for that new Porsche. Now will it take the first victory as well? Cross the line for the battle for 3rd, and Garcia is right under the rear wing of the BMW, but the BMW pulls away down the straight as they go across the line and down into Big Bend. As emerging from the final corner, it will be a first victory for the 2017 Porsche 911 RSR in international competition, and it'll be better than that. It'll be a 1-2 for the car. 3 poles in a row. Did you ever used to play 3 corners a penalty in football? Well, 3 poles is a win, apparently. That's what you get after that. Dr. Frank Stefan Walliser will be tuned in and jumping for joy at the moment.
Yeah, that was a crushing display by the Porsche GT team this weekend. Swatch of the GTD leaders.
And by the way, they've just done 70-odd laps on that second tank of fuel. So, Jeremy, you were absolutely right. They could go further. GT goes through now. Jörg Bergmeister wins it, and it's Tomczyk, but just at the line from Garcia by 0.2 of a second. Brian Sellers holds on to 2nd in GT Daytona, and Pat Long is 3rd. 4 Porsches on 2 podium on a 1.5-mile circuit at the Northeast Grand Prix. IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Championship delivers the goods again. Shea Adam has Dirk Muller down in the pit lane.
Well, for Dirk Werner, it's not his first Porsche win, but Dirk, man, it's been a while for you guys in this Porsche. Does it feel good to be the first team to bring them the win anywhere in the world?
Yeah, that feels good, definitely, but more important for everybody on this team that we got now finally what everybody worked for so long. And yeah, that's a long time, over 1 year, where everybody was waiting for this win. And today, finally, we managed to get it in. We had a quick car in a lot of races so far, and this race just went flawless without any issues. Great drive by Patrick there in the end. And then with our teammates on P2, I think it's, yeah, cannot get any better.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Long time since he's had a Porsche, set of Porsche overalls on and won as well. 2008 maybe, he's going back. Vicky Miller says spirit of the race to Dion von Molke. Hopped in last minute in the Sun Energy One race car, having never driven the car. Let's have your nominations, please.